Hello, everyone. Welcome to my podcast series, Marketing Moments, where we talk about marketing challenges and trends that impact our partner ecosystem. Today, I'm incredibly excited to connect with Mindy Russel from Quisitive. Welcome, Mindy. We're grateful to have you here today.
Thank you, Heather, for having me. I appreciate the opportunity to talk about the unique aspects of marketing within the Microsoft partner ecosystem.
Great. So, Mindy, tell us a little bit about Quisitive and your role there.
Quisitive is a global Microsoft partner. Most of our customers are in North America. We consider ourselves to be a little bit of a unicorn in the Microsoft partner world because we have deep expertise across all three Microsoft clouds, Azure, Office 365, and Dynamics 365. That deep expertise can be seen. We have 6 solution partner designations, 12 advanced specializations. We're in the Dynamics Circle of Excellence, so really deep and broad experience. We're also unique because we are, of course, an SI. We've got implementation services, consulting services, managed services, but in addition, we are also an ISV. We have several industry solutions and business solutions built on the Microsoft tech stack. In fact, one of our solutions, Mazik Care, won Partner of the Year awards for healthcare for the last 2 years. As for me, I'm the Quisitive SVP for cloud marketing. I've been in that role for about 8 months, but I've had many years in the Microsoft channel. I was formerly the CMO for Catapult Systems, which was acquired by Quisitive in late 2021. And before that, I was a consultant in the Microsoft channel arena. My team handles all of our go-to-market motions, as well as channel, that is predominantly to, with, and through Microsoft. We have sales enablement, of course, demand generation, as well as customer experience and customer retention kind of activities. I have a really amazing team of marketers that was brought together from a number of acquisitions that Quisitive has done over the last several years. And we recently pulled all of those folks together into a single centralized marketing organization that is delivering really great results.
That's great. And I've had the pleasure of knowing you, Mindy, throughout many of those opportunities that you've been in. So thank you so much for talking to us today. The topic that we wanted to cover is account-based marketing. So it's a big trend in marketing for the last several years. How are you leveraging this strategy in your marketing programs?
Sure. So account-based marketing, or ABM, is a major part of our marketing strategy. It really serves as the connection point between our sales and marketing teams. So we call that team revenue. It helps us stay in really tight alignment on our target accounts and the messaging that we're putting in front of those accounts. In the services business especially, this is really critical because that is a very much a relationship and a value-based sales motion. So ABM helps us target the right accounts with the right message at the right time so that we are able to demonstrate value, show the relevance of what we're trying to do. Roughly maybe half to 60% of our accounts last year were in our ABM motions. So our process is we start with our ICP, our ideal customer profile, and build that based on their revenue and their size and the industry to kind of create our initial starting list. Then we look for insight from our sales team, from the Microsoft field, things like firmographics, et cetera, to kind of start to narrow down that list. Then we layer in insight signals that we're able to get from a variety of different locations. So Bombora data is a big one, of course. Our websites, are people visiting certain pages on our sites? What content syndication? What events have they registered for? Other types of data that we're able to acquire. And we pull all that information together to tell us which customers are interested in a particular type of information, a particular type of content, and so on. So we're pulling all that together to decide who we're going to put into our marketing motions, drop them into a multi-touch campaign as they begin to sort of show an interest in us, coming to our website, clicking on ads, et cetera. We're able to have an inside sales team and then reach them. And then, of course, marketing is continuing to nurture them through the sales and close process. So we've found that this helps us narrow down into a much more targeted set of folks that we can push content to without increasing our costs. It also helps our sales team have more buy-in in the process because they're involved in that account selection process at the very beginning. So they know the accounts that we are going to be targeting are accounts that they really want to be pushing and selling to. It's also helping improve our processes because we have to be much more rigorous in our process development and making sure that we're moving the leads through the full funnel.
Yeah, that's great. We're thinking about similarly here at Microsoft. Account-based marketing is a great resource throughout the entire sales funnel, creating new opportunities, but also nurturing existing ones and really being relevant to the customer versus flooding them with generic information to dilute the real value, like you said. Quisitive is such a strong partner with Microsoft. How does the alignment with the field sales teams impact your account-based marketing initiatives?
So, co-selling with Microsoft is our most important opportunity generator. Our Quisitive team has a channel organization that works directly with the Microsoft partner team to help drive field alignment. Our marketing works really hard to create our go-to-market motions and align those directly with Microsoft solution plays. And we need to make sure that we're speaking in the Microsoft language so that the field can understand which of our solution plays align to theirs so that we can help you get to your customers more quickly. It's really important that we also put all of our offers up into the Microsoft marketplaces like AppSource and Azure Marketplace so that the Microsoft field can find those offers, can help us get those in front of customers. Obviously, this is key to our scale with Microsoft because Microsoft's field organization is massive and there's no way for an organization to connect to all of the Microsoft field. So putting those things into the Microsoft Marketplace gives a way for Microsoft's field sellers to find our solutions to help their customers. It also gives us another channel for our customers to discover our solutions. Our sellers work really closely with AEs and the SSPs at Microsoft, of course, to help talk about customers, and they meet and do co-sell meetings all of the time to discuss what customers might need and how we might help them. So we can take that information and layer that into our ABM selection process. And as we think about the accounts that we might want to be approaching with information, the more information we have is the more precision we can drive that gives us more impact. So focusing on the Microsoft alignment, combining that with ABM, we can really drive more value to our customers and give more ROI to Microsoft and to Quisitive.
Love to see that. Love to see Quisitive taking the lead with Microsoft and really, realizing the customer's objectives. That's awesome. And using the signals to be more targeted, as we talked about. So I know you've been using ABM for several years at Quisitive. What impact has it driven in your organization, and what have you learned along the way? Because I'm sure, like most companies, you don't get it right just right out of the gates.
That is 100% true. So from an impact perspective, ABM has really helped us to increase the number of actionable leads that we're providing to our sales team without actually a corresponding increase in the budget. So over the last 2 years, we've seen our what we call our A leads, so our top level leads that we give the sales team and our net new accounts both increased by about 30%. That it also, from an ABM perspective, has helped us drive focus on our marketing team. It's very challenging what we do from a marketing team perspective because of the very large number of things that we have to market from an SI, from an ISV, across all three clouds, all the different services that we do. It's very, very challenging to reach all of our customers. And so it helps us narrow down that market pool to the people who are really interested in a topic and deliver more impressions to the accounts that are really interested. From a learning side, there's the word of caution I would have is you're not going to have success immediately. We tried a number of times. We tried and failed a number of times, and we just kind of kept at it and kept making changes and kept making adjustments until we got to a place where we were feeling like we were starting to see progress and starting to get results. The number one learning that I have is to use the signals, not just the seller's wish list, as you're thinking about who's going to be in your account-based marketing platforms. The seller's wish list and the people who are really in market at any given time don't often directly align. You're going to have a lot more success if you start with that sort of information from the sellers, but then layer in that intent signal. You're going to have a lot more success, and you're going to be not interrupting the customer's day nearly as much. From our side, we know that there's lots of ways that we can continue to improve our ABM platform. That's one of the things I love about marketing, right? Is that it is a continuous improvement exercise. And what works today is not going to work tomorrow, and what works tomorrow does not work the week after that. So it's that constant experimentation, and that is very much what ABM is. This year, in fact, we are changing our ABM platform. We have an underlying platform that helps support this enterprise. for account-based marketing. And we felt like we had to make a change in that platform this year, which is a big investment and a big uplift for our team. But there were some gaps in our process that we think we can close by changing the platform. And so we're kind of continuing through our journey and continuing to improve in that as well. So we just kicked that off. I'm hoping a year from now we'll get back and you and I can be talking about this again, and we'll be able to give you some even better results that we've been able to drive with our ABM motions.
Yeah, it's a constant learning journey, just in general in marketing and sales. So thank you so much for sharing your insights, Mindy. I always like to end these podcasts on a personal note. So would you be willing to share a fun experience that you've had in the last year or so?
Absolutely. So there's definitely one major memorable thing that happened in the last year in my family. We are a soccer family. I have three soccer playing kids. I have two boys who happen to be in high school now, and they had the most amazing year this last year. They play at a high school that qualified for the state 5A soccer championship in Texas, which is a massive undertaking. There's something like 260 schools in Texas 5A. It was a huge
Highly
accomplishment.
competitive.
Highly competitive soccer area. So it was just amazing to watch. For me as a mom, the most amazing thing was that my two boys played on the team together for the very first time in like 15 years of watching them play soccer. It was the very first time they've ever played on the same team, which is pretty amazing. There was this one moment in the playoffs where my freshman son, he's a goalkeeper, came off the bench and made two PK saves to take us to the area championship. And that carried us on then to the state finals, and he was able to play in the state finals as the keeper. And so it was just a really amazing moment, and probably the ultimate soccer mom's dream is seeing your kids on the state championship final up on their pictures up on the big billboard and watching them play and really playing their best. They came up a little short, but I'll just never forget that. And on top of it, they played the state championship game on my birthday, so like that feels
Oh,
like a movie ending if they had won, but it's okay.
that's phenomenal. And as mom, getting to see them play together
Yeah.
is just phenomenal. So thank you so much for joining me today, Mindy. I appreciate you sharing with us how important account-based marketing is and partnering with Microsoft. Quisitive is a fantastic partner, and we enjoy everything that we do together to serve our customers. And thank you to everyone for tuning into my Marketing Moments podcast today. Please submit any topics that you'd like to see in the comment section, and in the future we will cover those, and we look forward to having the next session. Thank you all very much. Thank you, Mindy.